On this episode of Utah Adventures, we're at Zion National Park. We're gonna do a 48-mile traverse across the park, and we're getting started.
I don't mind hiking on sand when it's frozen, because then it's really solid and you don't sink at all.
We've got kind of a long day ahead of us. We're looking at probably around 22 miles. We had to get a walk-in permit for tonight's camp, and the spots were filling up really fast, so the camp we got is probably about 5 miles farther than we originally planned on.
You can just make out Checkerboard Mesa right across the way there, right behind me. This section here sure reminds me a lot of Bryce Canyon under the rim trail we did last year. Very similar terrain. I guess it makes sense because we're not too far from there. We are here at Stave Spring and it's dripping from the nasty rusty pipe, but the other pipe's not even moving. That'd probably take you an hour to get a liter of water at least. So we will press on. Fortunately, it's overcast and it's actually a little bit chilly, so we're not chugging through our water as fast as if it were hot. I love the gray black cliffs here to the white, to the red and orange. It's awesome. Well, we are here hiking out of Echo Canyon. It's gorgeous. We can see the red rock behind us and we're starting to see the tourists. We all love being outdoors and sharing this place. So we're here in Echo Canyon. This is by far my favorite part so far of the trip, although I expect it to get even better. All right, we're getting near the Echo Canyon trailhead. This is Big Bend right here. This little rock formation is called the Organ, and that one is Angel's Landing right up there. So we're gonna go down to the road, hike a mile that way, hike up Angel's Landing, and then go up onto West Rim and camp tonight. Well, we're coming down the Echo Canyon switchbacks, and I was a little bit worried because I've never done a 22-mile day, especially with this much elevation. But in about a mile or two, we'll be halfway done with our day, and I'm feeling great, and I'm not worried. We're gonna make it to camp one way or another. I am so tired. I don't think I can do another step, and we still have 11 miles to go. So I've never hiked Angel's Landing, and I hope we have time to get it all in today. From down here, it's starting to look a lot bigger. There's the Organ. Looks a little different from the bottom.
We're now gonna start our 1 mile hiking on the road part. So we just have to watch out for tour buses and shuttles. And then we'll be eating lunch and heading up to Angel's Landing.
I'm having salami and cheese and pretzels and trail mix.
I'm having an elf and beef stick with cheese and spring greens on a tortilla.
Turkey pepperoni stick, cheese. I didn't have a tortilla, so I just ate a fistful of greens that Tress had given me.
There you go. Well, we got about 11 miles behind us, about 11 more to go. We're about to start Angel's Landing. I'm feeling all right. My feet are a little bit sore, but I think we'll be good. Okay, now we're going up those switchbacks and ending up on top.
Getting there.
Now we're gonna do Angel's Landing. Pretty excited. I'm scared of heights, but it looks okay with that chain there. Whew. My fear of heights got to me there for a minute. How you doing?
Good.
Good.
So far, so good.
How'd you like to be the guy who pounded these in? That was my security blanket. Come on down, I'll scoot out of the way for you. Not a fan of heights, so.
So this is the perfect height for you.
Yeah, not really. Is this the top?
Not really.
Oh, darn. You made her cry. I'm gonna
She
cry.
doesn't cry. She's the strongest person I know.
Nice. I'm proud of you. So earlier today we were over there, came down all those. So on the way up I got a little bit nervous at one point and got shaky and kept looking down, and I shouldn't have, but I pushed on. Glad I'm here.
I'm glad I did it,
Are you?
but I'm gonna be happy when I'm back down.
Yeah, how about you, Mo?
I've done it before, so at times where I was getting shaky, I kind of had to remember you've done this. Of course, it was like 7 years ago, but so I'm just gonna be calling on that a lot on the way down.
On this one's sketchy how it leads you off to the left. Just don't even touch that chain. It's doing good, baby.
You can only look as far as your foot falls.
Yeesh, I know. So that was an adventure. We're back down. Now we're 3 miles hike up to our spring. So there is Angel's Landing. You go up over that little saddle and work your way up to the flat spot and then all the way up to the top. We're here on the west rim. A little bit disappointed because it's a paved or cemented trail, but the scenery makes up for it. There's Telephone Canyon right up ahead. We're happy we're on dirt trails now. Holy cow, that's breathtaking. Well, I was definitely not ready for the hike up to the top of West Rim, and all the cement made it really tough and not fun, but that was quite the climb. This has been a tough day. We're at the spring. It's flowing, but it's a trickle. It's hard to fill up these bags for our filter, so we're going to be here a while.
Snow last night, so that's gonna sink.
Yeah. Well, we just hit mile 17, which is the longest I've ever backpacked in a day. Oh, there's a deer right up there. There's about 5 of them. Anyway, that's the most I've ever done in a day. We got 5 more miles and the sun's just starting to set. All right, so we're trying to decide where we started. We're pretty sure it's those white mountains over there was Checkerboard Mesa. Came up over that pass, switched back down there. Came up Angel's Landing, went around. Came up West Rim, switched back a bunch to the spring, and now we're up on top.
10 hours. We should have turned around and come back the way we came. We were like, oh, I want to go see this.
We got in at 10:30 last night. We were so tired we didn't even eat dinner. We just went to bed. Campsite 7 was farther than the map showed. I think we did about 23 miles yesterday. But it ended up being a pretty good campsite. It's nice and warm today with the sun out. So today we figure we got 19 or 20 miles to our campsite A in Hop Valley. The last 5 miles of the hike yesterday we descended a lot. Looking forward to a good day. We're heading down Wildcat Canyon. We're about to come to a spring where we're going to top off our water and have lunch, and then continue on down to our water cache on Kolob Terrace Road to start the Hop Valley trailhead. We are here at the spring. I hear trickling, but I don't see any water. I just see a lot of wasps. We'll see if we can get any water out of there. Turns out this is the best spring yet. It's actually flowing pretty good. You just have to reach way back in there to get it. So good news. Found a nice shady lunch spot. I'm gonna have lunch and then round this bend and head down toward Hop Valley.
I have a word for you, Bumble Bar. You just ruined 2 trips. 2 weeks ago we were in Canyonlands and I was trying a Bumble Bar for the first time, and it was lemon flavor. I usually really like lemon, but it was more of like a kind of a Lysol-y lemon smell, and it made everything in my food bag smell like that for that whole trip. And we finished the trail a day early, so I had some food left over, and I was like, oh, I'll just use it on our next trip. Well, it's our next trip, and I forgot that it tastes like lemon. Lysol. Thanks, Bumble Bar.
This might be the most beautiful part of the day. Well, we finally made it to the Hop Valley trailhead, and we got our 4 gallons of water. Just topping off, getting ready to descend down to Hop Valley to camp at campsite 1 or A tonight. I'd forgotten how sandy Hop Valley was. This is a workout. I'm glad we're going down into the valley and not up. It's nighttime, about 9:15, and we're trying to cross the many crossings by headlamps and logs. Good morning. We got in around 10 last night to Horse Camp B, but we thought we had Camp A, so we walked all the way to Camp A only to find someone there. Double checked our permits and we had B, so we got our extra mile, and so I think this will be a 50-miler for us, or within half a mile of a 50-miler, so we're going to call it a 50-miler. Injury report. I've learned that you can push it and you can do 20 miles a day, 2 days in a row, but your body's going to pay for it. My knee's hurting pretty bad, and my feet are pretty sore.
Feeling better now that I'm rested, but my feet and my ankles were just really tired last night. First day I was doing really good. My ankles were the thing that was the most sore. But second day I got hit by a blizzard. And I had one explode on me on the way down into the valley, and that hurt a lot.
Let's see the damage.
But this is the toes. So thank you, Leukotape. I didn't bring any. Steve had some, so that was the little lifesaver right there. So that will definitely be going into my first aid kit.
There were a bunch of turkeys this morning. I did not expect to be woken up by turkey gobbles.
All right, rock and roll, sir.
Kolob Arch is right up there. Beartrap Falls is up there. We're here at Beatty Spring up Laverkin Creek. It is flowing good. This would be a great water source. Not that you really need it since you got the creek down there, but beautiful clear water.
We're so close.
Leaving Zion Wilderness. Victory.
So my two favorite parts were, one, on the first day, just before the sun went down, we had beautiful views looking down into the main canyon and of the plateaus with all the forests springing out of the top of them. My second favorite part of the trip was yesterday, coming through Wildcat Canyon, and just how pretty and woodsy but deserty it was at the same time. It was beautiful.
The golden hour yesterday was pretty good, like as we were dropping down into Hot Valley. That was some nice stuff. Even though it was dark for most of it, it was still pretty fun.
My favorite parts were, first of all, the lack of trash back in there. This was a super clean park, and except for the areas near the parking lots where we saw the occasional white flower, there was no garbage in the backcountry. Way to go, backcountry users. The highlights of the trail for me started with Echo Canyon. That was awesome. I really enjoyed Angel's Landing, even though I was afraid of heights. It was good to get over those. And then, surprisingly, the area I liked the most and I thought I would like the least was Wildcat Canyon. I loved the forest in there. What a wonderful trip. We will do this again. If doing it again in the reverse direction, I'd probably camp in Wildcat Canyon the first night and then camp at campsite 1 or 2 on the West Rim Trail and then finish out that way.